Hi guys, good morning. I'm just starting. I just had my oatmeal, or actually, I'm in the process of having my oatmeal, drinking my tea, and checking the headlines for today. So I saw that on Marie Claire 20 hours ago, almost a full day, there was an article, it was an exclusive, where it says here, Meghan Markle hosts heartfelt holiday dinner for Afghan women starting their lives in America. And it says the Duchess of Sussex sat down with Marie Claire to discuss the Archewell Foundation's Welcome Project and her own holiday traditions with Prince Harry, Prince Archie, and Princess Lilibet. So it was a very beautiful article, really, and as it turns out, that Meghan hosted this dinner in Venice Beach, California, and it was in conjunction with Women of Mina's List, which is Mina's List is an organization that empowers women in the fields of politics and human rights. And it was a collaboration between Mina's List and the Southern California chapter of the Archewell Foundation's Welcome Project. Apparently, Archewell Foundation has a Welcome Project in 9 states. So the one in Southern California is just one of 9. And the Welcome Project was launched in 2023. It was created by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's Foundation Archewell, as I said, to support programs for women who have resettled in the United States from Afghanistan. This is all according to Marie Claire. There are currently 11 Welcome Project branches in 9 states. So there are 11 in 9 states. You have a state where there's more than one across the country, including one in San Antonio, which Prince Harry and Meghan visited in March. I love San Antonio. It's so beautiful, isn't it? I would live in San Antonio, but it's a little bit it doesn't get any snow. It's hot all year, which is, sunshine is good. Blue skies are great. I love it. I love it. I love it. But sometimes I need a reprieve. You know what I mean? I like the 4 seasons. I love fall. I love winter. But San Antonio is absolutely wonderful. The downtown, the river walk. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Anyway, I digress. So, the Duchess, according to Marie Claire, has met with many women in Venice Beach during a cooking event back in February. And she said to Marie Claire that she was struck by the easy conversation that she was able to have with the women. And yeah, they just share recipes and share food and stories and poetry. A lot of poetry reading went on, and it was just a beautiful connection between the Duchess and these women. And so Meghan said to Marie Claire, quote, "From my standpoint, I think part of why we wanted to make sure we had this opportunity to all be together again, so many of us right now, is that as the holidays come up and have already begun in many regards, it brings up so much emotion for people." That's what Meghan said. Continuing, she said, "You miss home, you miss your country, and also can find comfort in the new community that you have here." She continues, adding, "I'm grateful that we are able to be part of that community." And of course, the article goes into her outfits a little bit. She's dressed in her signature neutrals and, this beautiful neutral pant with a matching sleeveless top. In November. Wow. So I guess that means that it's quite warm in California, almost December, right? Okay. Okay. And, so she checks in with each woman at the table and following up on conversations they had earlier in the year when she joined the group to cook traditional Afghan food. And Marie Claire says that Meghan, like Harry, possesses the gift of not only making everyone in the room feel instantly comfortable, but also valued. And that's so important, isn't it? To feel not only comfortable, but valued where you are in the community, where you are among the people whom you are among, to feel valued, to feel like you belong, to feel like they welcome you. It's so, so important. And it's not something you can take for granted because it just isn't always like that. So kudos to Meghan. And what else does it say here? It says the Duchess was visibly moved, and she basically said, all of you have stories to tell, and the power of you telling them and sharing them with each other, with our broader community, is what will help propel the change that I think we all dream of, that you see and hear in the poems that we just listened to, because they had a lot of poetry reading at this dinner. She's such an optimist, really, the Duchess of Sussex. She really seems to believe in women and to believe in humanity to a level that I'm not sure that I would believe anymore after everything I've been through, because the vast majority, and of course, experts say you shouldn't say vast majority, it's just the majority. The majority of the haters, the people online who torment Meghan the most, who say the most horrific, obscene, and hateful things against Meghan, a person they have never ever met. They've never sat down with her and have a cup of tea. I mean, nothing at all, right? They hate her with a passion. The majority of these people are women, and yet she continues on to support women on many different levels, whether she's investing in their businesses, whether she's creating the Welcome Project to, recognize them and their work and so on. I mean, it's an amazing thing. She's a special person, I think. She's really a special person. And of course, again, she's working with Mina's List, who has helped because after the Afghan government fell, according to Marie Claire, Mina's List has helped evacuate and resettle more than 2,000 women leaders through independent and coalition efforts. And that's something else too that happens when you sort of get you're ripped from your country, ripped from your home, in situations like this. Quite often people don't distinguish, between people in the sense of the accomplishments. I mean, some of these women are very highly educated. They were leaders, they were journalists, they worked in the government, they had a purpose to their lives, and then suddenly the government falls, they have to go to a different country, and people are looking at them like they're like literally illiterate. And that's a phenomenon that I see is like when you're out of your element, and people just assume that because you don't speak the language, or because you're an immigrant or whatever, that you are illiterate, that you have no intelligence, like you have no IQ. It's a phenomenon that I have personally experienced myself. And to some extent, I think after a while it almost becomes a part of your identity, is that you're just stupid, you're illiterate, you don't know anything. All of your years of education, all your work, it all is for nothing. Nobody cares, nobody recognizes it. So I think that what Meghan is doing for these women, you know is really important. It says here, these highly accomplished individuals also have the added trauma of watching decades of their progress in women's rights be erased. That's very, very powerful. That's very, very powerful, you know. And I think what she's doing is very important work for women. And God bless her for caring, because some of her harshest critics and most vicious haters are other women, you know. So yeah, I think that's about all for this one. The article in Marie Claire is worth definitely taking a read, and it's a long article. It's a long enough article, so I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, obviously. And you can definitely find it online. And what else did I want to say about it? So yeah, it's just a wonderful thing to see Meghan. She definitely has been somewhat quiet, but I mean it's the holiday season, so it's time for all the razzmatazz that she and Harry are so good at evoking, right? And I look forward to some more beautiful sightings of the Duchess between now and December 31st. And of course, early next year, we'll have to see whether she's with Harry in Canada for the Invictus Games in February, because it does seem that they do a lot of solo appearances now. So we have to wait and see. But it's just a delightful opportunity to see her in this particular role and to enjoy this article by Marie Claire. Now, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell because that's really, really important so that you keep up with the channel. Leave me some nice comments, some thumbs up, and all of that. I really appreciate it. See you in the next one. Bye.